Hello students, welcome to the online lecture series of Advanced Concrete Technology. So far we have discussed chapter 1 of unit 3rd, in which we have covered the design steps of concrete mix designing of high strength concrete, pumpable concrete and normally mixed concrete. Okay, so I have covered 3 lectures on these topics. Okay, now coming to the next part of the unit 3rd, which is based on non-destructive test of concrete. Okay, so earlier you already learned about NDT. Okay, destructive, and as you all know, there are two methods of finding strength of the concrete or finding properties of the concrete. We have two methods. What are they? The first is destructive test and the second one is non-destructive test. Okay, so destructive test means the one which is under UTM. Okay, means in which we break the concrete cube. Okay, now in NDT, without breaking the concrete cube, you can find out, you can detect the strength of the concrete. Okay, so this is just a non-destructive test, means without destruction you can find out the strength of the concrete. So what this NDT, see here, the test which is performed to determine the integrity of a material, okay, component or structure without damaging or destroying, it is known as non-destructive test. So with this type of testing, it is possible to investigate the crack depth, durability, strength without destructing existing structure. Suppose you are sitting in one room, okay, which is obviously made up of concrete. So if you you have seen, or you just see a crack, okay, a deep crack at this wall, okay, and now you want to know the depth of this crack. So you can use NDT here, you can use non-destructive test here to detect the depth of that crack. Okay, so you can also detect cracks of the walls and their strength and their durability, etc. Okay, by NDT of existing structure, means you don't have to destroy, you don't have to damage that structure, etc. Okay, so you can check the strength of existing structures too with the help of non-destructive testing of concrete. So the tests are simple, but the interpretation of the results require expertise and knowledge about the test, obviously. So uses of non-destructive test. See, quality control of precast or construction. In situ, removing uncertainties about the acceptability of the material supplied, comparing it with specifications. Okay. Then confirming doubt about the workmanship related to batching, mixing, placing, compacting or curing of concrete. Monitoring of strength development means we have to check strength at certain interval of time, like 7 days. For design, for high strength we can check at 1 day only. Okay, 1 day strength, 3 days strength, 7 day, 14 days, 28 days. So likewise you can detect the strength with the help of NDT only in for existing structures. So determining location and concrete cover, okay, then determining number and size, diameter of reinforcing bars, means the bars which is inside the concrete of which size. So you can detect the size as well, the size of that bar. Okay, determine the extent of defects such as corrosion and assessing the potential durability of the concrete. So likewise we have so many needs or so many uses of NDT. Okay, so now what are the various NDT tests? Okay, how many NDT tests are there? See, these are the total NDT tests. The first one is ground penetration radar, second one is probe penetration, then third one is break off method, maturity method, then stress wave propagation method, electrical method, nuclear method, infrared thermographs, rebound hammer test, ultrasonic pulse velocity, pull out test, impact echo test, marsh cone test, and rebar test. So these are the 14 tests which is of non-destructive in nature. Okay, so out of these you already learned some of the tests in concrete technology in your second year. Okay, like rebound hammer, ultrasonic pulse velocity, pull out test. So these tests you already learned in second year. So now we have to learn little bit more, or little bit extra, little bit advanced test besides those tests. Okay, those you have learned in second year. So we have little bit smart or little bit advanced test also over these methods like rebound hammer, ultrasonic. So the first one is in your chapter or in your syllabus, the first one is ground penetration test. Okay, or ground penetration radar. So the name ground penetration radar itself reflects everything of which kind of test this was or which kind of test this is. Okay, so you can also assume, or you can also see what is the meaning of ground penetration radar. Penetration means you have to go deep inside the inside something. Penetration. Okay, so we are talking about here concrete. So we are talking about here concrete. So we have to check the strength of concrete with the help of non-destructive test. So in our syllabus, the first one is ground penetration radar. This one, ground penetration radar. See, the short form of this is GPR. It is a geophysical method that uses radar. Okay, radar pulses to image the subsurface. Okay, it is non-intrusive method of surveying the subsurface to investigate underground utilities such as concrete, asphalt, metals, pipes, cables, or machinery. Means lots of things you can detect with the help of GPR. So GPR क्या होता है? एक radar होता है. In simple language, it's a radar which emits pulses. Okay, जो कि pulses देता है. Radar means pulses और some waves ये देगा टू इमेज द सब सरफेस. मीन्स सब सरफेस मतलब सरफेस के अंदर, डीप इनसाइड द सरफेस, वहाँ पर क्या चीज़ है, क्या मटेरियल है, कैसा मटेरियल है, कौन कौन से ऑब्स्ट्रक्शंस आ रहे हैं. सो यू कैन डिटेक्ट ऑल दोज ऑब्स्ट्रक्शंस एज वेल. ओके, विद द हेल्प ऑफ ग्राउंड पेनिट्रेशन रडार. सो अभी आपको क्या करना है, यू जस्ट नीड टू गिव सम वेव्स टू द radar. Means some waves which or some waves or pulses which creates from radar and which goes or which travels to subsurface of the concrete, and it will give you the result inside the concrete, what is going inside the concrete. If there is some drawbacks also, if some defects also, then you can also find out defects of the concrete too. Okay, damages, if certain damages happens there inside, so you can detect from GPR. So it's a kind of radar pulses to image the subsurface. Subsurface का image ही आपको directly produce करता है. Okay, see one picture. See one picture. This is the instrument here. This is the instrument. Okay, GPS, ground penetrating radar. So with the help of this radar is situated here. Okay, somewhere here. So from this radar it will give some radar pulses, okay, to the subsurface. Okay, means pulses will travel from surface to subsurface. Like these are the radar waves. Now a object is there. Okay, suppose it's a object. Now these waves will learn this object and will give and data collection. Now the radar will collect the data of this object and it will give to you. Okay, so likewise if you use radar system, in concrete, so it will give all the details of the inside concrete. Okay, means if there any obstruction, yeah, if they having some cracks or the concrete have some damages, so it can give you, or it will give you everything about that concrete subsurface. Okay, so this is a GPR. So in detail, just read this one. GPR is a geophysical method, as I just told you, that uses radar pulses to image the subsurface. It transfers the electromagnetic energy into the ground. So what kind of pulses or what kind of waves will be there? So it transfers electromagnetic energy into the ground. So see here, GPR uses high frequency radio waves, varies between 90 megahertz to 2000 megahertz. So this is the most important one, GPR. If the question or if your exam will be based on MCQs, then this question is so good, or this question might come in your exam too. So what frequency GPR uses? Ground penetration radar. So it uses 90 megahertz to 2000 megahertz. Okay, in GPR energy transfer into ground is encountered by cracks or burnt object. Cracks or buried object between materials having different dielectric constant. As I just told you, if they are having some cracks or something obstruction will be there, then it can find out, GPR will find out that obstruction, or it encounters. The signal may be reflected or refracted or scattered back to the surface received by antenna with variations in the written signal. So you all know in physics, or you all have learned in physics about reflection, refraction, scattering. So by the phenomena of reflection and scattering, you will get some data. Okay, through this the signal, through the written signal, means the signal will come in which way? Its reflection is reflected, it's refracted or scattered. So the reflected signal returned to the receiving antenna typically is displayed in a waveform of voltage variation, that is a function of time. Means it will reflect somewhere, or some fluctuation will be there when the waves will go inside the concrete. So there at that point of time some other signal will be there, means a frequency signal, so some other kind of frequency signal will be there. When it returns to the surface, then you will get some different frequency. So this relates that there is something inside that concrete, means cracks or anything else. Okay, so this is about ground penetration radar. So see, depth of penetration of radar waves is 15 meter in case of dry sandy soils or massive dry materials such as granite, limestone or concrete. So depth of penetration of waves will be is to 15 meter. Okay, so it can travel up to 15 meter, you can say. So ground penetrating radar antennas are in contact with the ground for the strongest signal strength. So you have to so the radar which is present in this equipment, in this tool, must be in contact with the ground whenever you are going to check the strength of the concrete, or for the strongest signal strength. If you touch the radar with the surface of the concrete, then you will get the strongest signal. Okay, so this is very important here. You have to touch the radar from the surface of your specimen. So GPR detects variation in dielectric properties in subsurface. So GPR क्या करेगा? It will detect variation in dielectric properties. So it can be highly effective for locating non-conductive utilities. So what are their application? What are their uses? Entity of structure and pavements. Okay, if entity is there, so we don't need to damage that structure, damage that pavements for the strength calculation. Okay, for their property, just you have to take the equipment there at the site where you have to check the strength and just do the test. So locating buried structures or resources, locating underground utility lines when you have to locate utility lines underground. So at that point of time, it is very good. These tests are very good. So to study of soil properties and bedrocks, for mapping archaeological features and cemeteries, detections of mines and tunnels, yes, measuring scoring around bridge foundation, measuring thickness of sea ice. So these are the various uses of GPR. So if there is some application, some uses, then there will be limitations too, obviously. So the most important limitation of GPR is in high conductivity materials such as clay, soil and soil contaminated by soil. Means if the soil is contaminated by salt, then you cannot use GPR there. Performance of GPR is limited by signal scattering in heterogeneous condition like rocky soil. Means at that place there where uniformity is not there, means ununiformity. So at that place you can use, so you cannot use GPR there, okay. And it needs a skilled person is required for effectively design, conduct and interpret readings. So these are the some limitations too while adopting GPR technology. So this is just a diagram about GPR. What is this? See, okay. So see, so this is the material here, these are the medium air and this is the material, okay. So where TX is the transmitting antenna, okay, means GPR is here situated and RS is receiving antenna. So there will be two antennas transmitting and receiving. So if you are transmitting here, so you will receive data from here. So two antennas will be there, transmitting one and receiving antenna, and S will be the separation distance between transmitting and receiving. So this is the equipment yours, okay, and receiving. And A is the air wave, this one air waves, and G is the ground wave here. So in between air wave and ground wave you have to place your this equipment, this tool, and there will be two antennas, receiving antenna and transmitting antenna, and there will be some standard distance between receiving and transmitting. So whenever you will use this technology, you will get to know the details or specifications below the earth or below the concrete or inside the concrete. So you can find cracks and other damages from the concrete with the help of GPR technology. So this is all about ground penetration method. Now the second one is probe penetration method, or you can say Windsor probe test. Okay, do one thing, I'll continue this probe penetration test in next lecture, okay. So for ground penetration radar, you can see or you can watch some videos too. It is available in YouTube too, how it works, okay, what is the working principle of GPR. So you just take the reference of YouTube and watch that videos too about GPR. So you will get to know about about the details of GPR, and or you can take some good knowledge for that GPR. So, okay, so it will be good for you to have complete knowledge about GPR. So you can watch some videos from Google or from YouTube, okay. So this is all about GPR, and in next lecture I'll continue with next NDT, that is probe penetration test, okay. Thank you.